if Cedrat Boise by the amazing house of Mancera is not the most amazing fragrance ever crafted, if it's not, then I tell you what, it is towards the top of that list. Cedrat Boise by Mancera is an unbelievable fragrance. But first of all, a massive, massive, massive warm welcome to a John Legg fragrance review. Do you know what? I am a crazy, crazy random guy with a massive, massive collection of fragrances. My aim with this channel is to share those fragrances with you with the hope of inspiring you to wear a good fragrance every day. And you know what? When I drop a review and I say, this is worthy of being a place in your collection, or this is worth buying, I don't mean you've got to go out and buy every single one, seriously, okay? What I mean to say is, if you can afford it, and if you have the need for it, then it's worth a place in your collection. And you know what? You don't have to buy a new fragrance all the time. Let me tell you, I had an amazing comment from a gentleman. He dropped me a comment and he said, Leggy, thank you for that review. You've reminded me I've actually got that fragrance in my wardrobe. I need to dig it out and wear it. Do you know what? That comment blew me away, because it's kind of like, that's the whole aim of this channel. Not to get you to go and buy a fragrance after fragrance, but the aim is to get you to wear it. You know, spray it. Go for it, wear it, enjoy it. That is seriously the aim of this channel. I'm not sponsored, I'm not monetized, I don't get free samples. This fragrance from my heart is trying to inspire you to wear a good fragrance every single day. Okay, where were we? Oh yeah, Cedrat Boise. You know what? I consider, my humble opinion is that Cedrat Boise is like the Land Rover of the fragrance world. You know, it is the go anywhere, do anything, any season, any age, any setting, anywhere. And it does it in a most incredible way. You know what? If you wear Cedrat Boise to a job interview, you are telling people that you are seriously wanting that job. You wear it to the office and you'll get some massive, massive respect. You wear it to the gym and you are the guy who smells great while he's pumping iron. You wear it to your place of worship and you are showing a polite respectfulness. This fragrance is all things to all peoples. It is completely versatile. Any age of guy can wear it, and I'm saying guy, it's unisex. A woman can wear it as well, but I kind of see it as more leaning towards a masculine sort of fragrance. Okay. Any age, any setting, anywhere. You wear it to a date night and your partner, your girlfriend, will remember this fragrance. It is a very, very memorable fragrance. On the top shelf, you've got this gorgeous, sparkling, energetic lemon bergamot. It is just an incredible, you know what, it pulls your interest, that sparkling opening, and underneath you've got sort of forest fruits. Underneath that you've got some nice clean woods. Okay, and then you've got some vanilla, you've got some patchouli, you've got some leather, and you've got some musks. This is not a one-man show. This is a team work. You know, it's not just lemon, 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 woods, woods, woods. It's like a team, a perfectly balanced team that kick the ball around. And you know what? The more you wear this, the more you actually get to pick out the different notes, because they all sparkle at different times. It is absolutely a stunningly versatile, amazing fragrance. I'll put it out there that every guy who wears fragrance should have Cedrat Boise in their collection, because you know what, you go to your wardrobe and you think, which fragrance shall I wear today? You know what, if in doubt, Cedrat Boise. That will get the job done, whatever you are doing that day. Performance on this one, now I have to admit, I can only comment on the screw cap, the original. The performance on this one is great. Okay, it's not all day, but you will get sort of 5, 6, 7 hours of a scent bubble, of a gentle projection, and it definitely trails off you. The first 2 hours, it's really quite loud, okay? But for up to 7 hours or so, this performs great. The performance is above average, and it is very, very acceptable performance. But you're going to say to me, Leggy, how much is Cedrat Boise? I'm interested. Okay, this is the thing. Here in the UK, this retails for £120 for the 120ml. That's a bit steep, that is, Leggy. Okay, because it's their bestseller, there's always an offer on Cedrat Boise, and you will most likely pick it up for between £75 and £85 discounted. Now, what I can't do is comment on the new magnetic cap version as to whether it's the same strength, okay? I guess it's the same smell, but whether it's the same strength, I don't know. Do your research on that. I can only comment on this, which I've had for a long time, which is the original screw cap, okay? This is a mind-blowingly good and versatile fragrance, but it's not cheap, is it? And you're going to say, come on, Leggy, there must be a dupe. There must be a clone. There must be an alternative. You know what? With these sort of things, yeah, there is always an alternative. There's always something which is inspired by, something which is a lot cheaper, which does the same job. And yeah, there is with Cedrat Boise. In fact, it really doesn't pull any punches with its name. Let me go and find it for you. Come with. Right now. In amongst all these tins of beans is a fragrance. It is made by Paris Corner, which is absolutely nothing to do with Paris Hilton, by the way. Okay, there it is. Now, if I can get this focused, you're going to go, oh, it even sounds the same, Leggy. Cedrat Essence. Oh, it sounds almost the same, Leggy. Right, now let me just tell you a quick story about the actual purchase of this bottle, because this is the 75ml. Right, I was looking for it. I've had this about 3 or 4 months. I was looking for it, and there was lots of sellers on eBay UK and lots of sellers on Amazon UK, and they all sell it for between 33 and 35 British pounds. But I became aware that some were selling a 75ml and some were selling a 100ml. Anyway, I don't know why I did this. I was on eBay and I found it for £33, and I thought, well, okay, that is the best price I've seen it. So I looked at it, and the listing said it was a 75ml. I thought, oh God, I could have done with a 100ml perhaps, you know, because ridiculously, I said they all sell it for the same price, whether it's a 75 or the 100ml. Anyway, I scrolled down the pictures and I zoomed in and I saw the box and it said 100ml. I thought, oh, I'll be all right. Even though it says 75ml on the listing, I'll get the 100ml because that's the picture that they've shown. Anyway, no, I got the 75ml. So word of warning, do your research and make sure whichever one you are buying is the right size for the right price. Now, it claims to be an extrait de parfum. Is that good, Leggy? Sounds good, doesn't it? Extract de parfum. Sounds a lot of French in there, but you know, it does sound like a strong kind of fragrance. Quit the jibber jabber, as Mr. T would say. Get the box open and spray it, Leggy. Okay. I'm on it. Right, so how does it look in the flesh? So, there you go. Cedrat Essence. Let's spray it and have a chat. Right, the thing you want to know, the reason why you're here is Cedrat Essence Cedrat Boise? Normally, I don't have a script. In fact, I'm not a professional. I don't, literally what I normally do Now normally, what I always do, I open my laptop, I click my camera on top, and I press record. That is it. I don't have a script. I kind of know roughly what I'm going to say because I've lived and experienced with these fragrances, and the words just pour out. But for this one, I've made some notes as to whether it is Cedrat Boise. I'm going to get my notes. Now the question is, where did I put them? Where did I put these notes? Here we go. This is where I get really, really professional. Is Cedrat Essence Cedrat Boise? I got this one. Right, there you go. Cedrat Boise is full of interest, of sparkle, and of character. Cedrat Essence by Paris Corner, how can I put it? It's kind of a dull citrus. It kind of skips the woods. It's got a little bit of vanilla in there, maybe a little bit of musk in there, and it kind of skips any leather sort of note. Alright, I'm going to be brutally honest and say that it is not Cedrat Boise. Cedrat Boise has got a sparkle, it's got a character, it's got a depth. Regrettably, Cedrat Essence completely lacks the sparkle, it lacks the depth, it lacks the character. Alright, so here's the thing. I have another one of these sort of Paris Corner dupes. That one there, it's called Super Crush, which, if you look at one of my previous reviews, I've reviewed this. This is clearly a clone of Mancera's Instant Crush. Now the crazy thing is, although this is not a one-on-one clone by any means, it kind of misses out the sharpness of Instant Crush, and it's got like a jammy rose in the middle. The thing is with this one, if you sprayed it for me and I didn't know what it was supposed to be, I would actually say, you know what, that's heading towards Instant Crush. I can see where this one is going. In fact, I think on the review before, I described this as a wannabe. You know, it wants to be Instant Crush, it tries so hard. It is not really Instant Crush, but it's not a million miles away. It sort of tries to sit on the same bench. If someone sprayed Cedrat Essence for me and said, Leggy, what's that supposed to be cloning or duping? I would not guess at Cedrat Boise. In fact, I've thought long and hard about this. I would say, if I was blind to this one and I knew not what it was supposed to be copying, I would say it's a little bit like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, maybe heading towards the Light Blue Forever. It's that kind of citrusy, something and nothing sort of citrus. I'm not saying Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue is something and nothing, but this, for me, is more heading towards there. It completely lacks the character and the sparkle of Cedrat Boise. Okay. All is not totally lost though. Because being a perfume, sorry, an extract de parfum, this does actually last a ridiculous amount of time. It's on your skin till the next day, it's on clothes for a couple of days, and it sort of sets up a scent bubble for about 3, 4, 4.5 hours. It does trail off you, it doesn't project heavily, but it does trail off you. So I'm going to say, if you have this fragrance, you're probably going to agree with me. Its performance is very acceptable, but in terms of what it's trying to be, I'm going to have to use the word lame. It just is so dull and uninspiring. It is not Cedrat Boise. You know, I thought long and hard when I made my notes for this video, and that, I'm sticking with that. Okay. So let's just recap. Cedrat Boise is one of the most amazingly versatile, sparklingly interesting. You know, this keeps your interest, because I say it's like watching an incredible team of players when they're kicking the ball around. Cedrat ESSENSE is kind of really lame. And you're going to go, Leggy, you're being really harsh. It's less than half the price. Alright, I will say, as I have said, it lasts quite well, and if you are okay with just a sort of a fairly plain citrusy fragrance, which would be perfect in the summer, it is okay. So is it Cedrat Boise? No. So what conclusions can we draw? I'm kind of coming to the conclusion that because of the craftsmanship, and it's Uncle Pierre behind this Cedrat Boise, because this is such a masterpiece, maybe it's not actually possible to create it again as a dupe. Maybe it's not possible for Paris Corner, with their limited resources and the fact that they've got to keep it nice and cheap, maybe it is not possible to do Cedrat Boise as Cedrat Boise is done. No, it isn't Cedrat Boise. It's not, as I say, it's not a bad fragrance. It is an acceptable citrusy sort of summer kind of fragrance. It's masculine, I would say. It sort of leans masculine, but it does not really, well, no, it does not sit on the same bench. It is not the same quality. It is not the same sparkle. It is not the same depth as the incredible Cedrat Boise. So, what can we say? I'm sorry, I've got to say, it is not particularly worth buying if you're trying to replace having to buy the Cedrat Boise. Unfortunately, it does not replace Cedrat Boise. Now, you know, the crazy thing is, on this one, the Super Crush, for me, I'll wear that to work because obviously Instant Crush is not a cheap one, and I'm quite satisfied with the fact that it gives me the vibe of Instant Crush. But Cedrat Boise doesn't. It just doesn't. I'm not being harsh, I'm being very realistic. Okay, if you've got Cedrat ESSENSE, drop me a comment, tell me if you think I'm kind of anywhere near telling the right things. Tell me if you see it as a replacement for Cedrat Boise. Tell me if you think I'm up the wrong tree and I've got it all wrong, or probably you'll tell me, Leggy, you're kind of right, it is kind of dull, it lacks everything that Cedrat Boise has. So I'm afraid to tell you, if you guys want Cedrat Boise, you're going to have to buy the real thing. Now for that, I suggest you save your money and you buy it. It is worth the money if you can afford it and if you can justify it. You know, if you've got a massive collection, get through those first and then buy this and look for a decent offer. Now, I really appreciate you coming to this channel. I am a crazy random guy, not sponsored, not monetized, but I'm here on YouTube sharing my experience with these fragrances, pushing that passion onto you, telling you, asking you nicely rather, to wear a good fragrance every day. You know, whichever one you choose, go to your wardrobe, go to your shelves, go to your drawers and have a little rummage. See what's at the back, see what's shuffled its way to the back. Pick it out and go, I haven't worn that for so long, spray it, and you'll, oh yeah, that's the one. And put it by your front door, ready for you to spray before you go to work. All right, I'm not encouraging you to go out and buy loads of fragrances. I'm just encouraging you and inspiring you to wear fragrance every day. Do not just do it on a special occasion. Wear it every day. This has been a long review. I've had a lot to tell you about. And if you've stayed to the end of this review, massive smile. I so appreciate everything. If you drop me a comment, if you'll kindly do a thumbsy up thing, and if you come back for the next review, I'll be so humble and grateful. I'm going to love you and leave you now. I'm going to let you go to bed or wherever you're off to. But in the meantime, please, you've got to stay safe, and you've got to promise me, you've promised to spray a good fragrance all day, every day. Thank you and good night.